Hello, welcome to Nintendo Nostalgia, episode 175. I'm your host, Jacob Rush. I'm joined by my co-hosts, Ryan Black and Joshua Taylor, and we are back and we are playing with Power. Boys, it's been a long time. How's it going?
It's good, man. It's really good. Good to hear your voice again.
Thank you. Yeah, it's good to be back on. I've missed the show. I know I was on one time, but I'm a lot happier in my voice, you can probably hear, than I was last time. Glad to be back. Glad to be back. Guys, I don't think there's, much time to waste here. I heard you've been letting me down and have been skipping out on a tradition that we like to have on this episode, or on our episodes, and that is all about what we have been Radical Rexing about. All right, guys. Well, I guess, can I go first? I haven't Radical Rex neither of you, I guess, but I haven't Radical Rex myself in quite a while.
Let me set the timer. You got 2 hours.
2 hours. Oh my gosh.
I'm just going to take a nap. I'll be here when you're ready.
Oh, I see. You don't want to hear what I'm Radical Rexing about.
Ow.
Well, I'm about to move into my own place tomorrow, out of my parents finally. Or for Saturday. It's scary, it's scary, but it's exciting and I'm happy about it. And it's going to be a good thing for me mentally and spiritually, and just being on my own for the first time ever in my life. And I'm excited about it, like I said, but you can keep me in your prayers on that too. It's a big change and I'm nervous. Just want to continue to grow closer to the Lord on that. So I'm excited about that. Man, it's been a couple months. All of the COVID stuff has kept everyone at bay, and I guess just when I move into this place, like my stuff in life's going to get back on track. I'm going to get back in a normal routine. I haven't worked out in months. I only have eaten really much garbage living at my parents. They have tons of crap. They don't buy anything healthy really half the time. So I'm just glad to get on a routine. I'm really going to dive in to focused on the Lord. Really just focusing on Him and His goodness and His word for me. And that's what I want to do. And that's what I know I need to do. So I'm going to do that. I guess because this episode's about me, I guess I'm kind of tongue-tied about what to talk about during Radical Rex exactly. But I have been, we'll talk a little more about it here soon, but obviously I've been playing Animal Crossing, and I had a great idea, and I've been working really hard on it, and I've been making my own images and the QR website code thing. Some of them have been easy. Some of them have been tricky to figure out, but I'm figuring it out. And Josh, it's actually, I'm done. You guys should come to my island tonight after we're done playing so you can play this brand new level I created. It's fun. It's fun. I think you'll love it, Josh. But yeah, that's me. Josh, why don't we go hear from you? Why don't we swing over to you West Virginian bearded mountain man there? It's been so long. He's got a huge beard, guys.
I'm going for that mountaineer look. No, I kind of got lazy with it, but I'm interested in checking out your Animal Crossing town later. I've actually been playing it a lot too. I've probably mentioned it on here a few times. I don't even want to say the amount of hours I've put into it, but I think my biggest thing in there is that I guess that's unique is the Impossible Lair area I've got made. But yeah, that's still going on every day. I'm playing it with my wife and daughter and everybody. So, outside of that, with the COVID stuff, I've been stuck home a lot. We actually did go visit some family for Mother's Day at like a distance outside. So that was nice because it was the first time we've seen some of them for a while. Other than that, it's kind of a weird time. I'm used to doing stuff and going places. We're getting there. But outside of that, though, of course, I've been playing a lot of games since I've had the opportunity, without being able to do much of anything else. Shoot, I'm trying to think of what even in particular the past couple of weeks. Rare Replay I pulled back out on the Xbox, if that counts. It's kind of Nintendo because I've played. I finally beat Nuts and Bolts, and that was the only Banjo game I hadn't beat yet. So we went back and beat it. Played Grab by the Ghoulies, beat it, and now I'm playing Cameo, however you say the word. But yeah, Rare had some pretty decent stuff still, even after the Nintendo years. It's not the same, but it's fun. But yeah, other than that, I'm at a loss because, like I said, life's just been kind of slow at the moment. But Ryan, have you had anything else a little more interesting, perhaps, going on?
Oh, interesting. I don't know about interesting, but my Animal Crossing Island is coming along. I will say how much I have played. I've put in 240 hours so far, and I have it now is solidly beating Breath of the Wild. I have 205 hours in that. So I'm playing Breath of the Wild still. Playing it in VR, absolutely loving it. Best way to play it for sure. But it's a challenge. Playing on Master Mode. Just being that I'm playing in VR, like I have to take more breaks, and so I'm having to pace myself more than I want to just like dive in and play a bunch, But I got to give my eyes some rest here and there. So, but oh my goodness, it's so much fun, and I love that world. It's awesome to experience it again, and a harder, difficulty too. So that's pretty cool. I've got, let's see, 2 beasts finished. And another one that is to the boss, and I am about to get the Master Sword and then go for the rest of the other beast. I always save the Fire Mountain, the Death Mountain one for last. I don't know why. Maybe it just takes me a while to get the elixir to go into the fiery areas, but I'm kind of getting there. As far as Animal Crossing, I am finally satisfied with my upper portion of Animal Crossing. I can't wait to show it off to you guys, but the lower portion of the island is unrefined. I just kind of threw a bunch of flowers. I have an orchard that's set up now, but I kind of threw a bunch of flowers everywhere, and I threw some shrubs up just put up shrubs, and so I need to move those around and figure out what I want to do in that main area. But it's coming along. I'm really liking it. I'm almost satisfied with it. I think I've got a lake that I'm going to kind of change up every once in a while, change the theme, the way that it's framed. I can do things in the lake and make it, yeah. So I can't wait to show off my first one. It's a throwback to a classic Game Boy reference. I'm excited about that. Other than that, let's see. I'm stuck at home. I'm really excited to visit Jacob's place. I hear there's some interesting changes. He just said, coming over there tonight for Animal Crossing to be pretty cool. Can't wait to see his new apartment too, but it's going to be a bit for that. Kind of locked down even longer than most people because of health reasons. So I'm stuck here, but let's see, what else have I been doing? I've been a little bit of streaming, not a whole lot. I've been kind of creating a lot of stuff too. Trying to get better at streaming as far as production quality, just kind of figuring out, kind of studying and how to do all of that. But it's slowly coming along. I haven't jumped into trying to create my own music or sound effects or anything yet, aside from one little voice blurb, but that's about it. Anything else? I think that's it. Though we do have something that we're probably all Radical Rexing about. That was announced today.
Forgot something, yeah.
So, big announcement today. Nintendo comes out of nowhere and says, hey, you guys like Paper? And you guys like Mario? Well, guess what? There is a Paper Mario coming out. And it comes out in July. That is awesome news. Now, I don't know how precious Paper Mario is in your guys' heart. But I'm really excited about this. I never played Thousand Year Door, And this is looking like an easier accessible Thousand Year Door, considering Thousand Year Door is so expensive right now and hard to get. But it has some of the elements of Thousand Year Door with like the audience and everything, like the toads in the audience. And so I'm really looking forward to experiencing that. Even though it's not the original that everyone loves, I'm excited for that. So what do you guys think about it?
Paper Mario?
Yeah.
Good.
Go ahead, Josh. We all know you hate it.
Good to say, yeah. I played it. I love the first few. 64, Thousand Year Door is the best. I would say Super's unique and cool in its own ways. Then Sticker Star kind of lost me. I played through a good bit of Color Splash, and a lot of it's pretty good, but it kind of lost me too after a while. I remember giving up on a rock, paper, scissors thing. Like I lost luck like 5 times in a row. I was like, nah, this is dumb. but no, I mean, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm really excited.
I'm hoping it'll. I'm hoping that it does look like it'll be maybe somewhat like Color Splash, kind of unique in its own way. But I'm hoping it will, just fix some of the little problems I had there. One little thing I noticed is like the characters. I feel like I'm finding a negative already, but like a Thousand Year Door and 64, the partners are all unique and had their own personalities and look different. And it looks like the ones in this might just be like regular Mario bad guys or whatever. But it's better than nothing. It's baby steps back in the right direction. I mean,
I don't know. I mean, I saw the Bomb and I thought that was encouraging. The Bomb guy, he kind of looked like a partner tagging along, and then Bowser's all folded up, so it kind of gave me like, it gave me Mario RPG vibes. Like maybe Bowser's on your team and stuff as well. So like you had 2 people following him around there at least, and I don't know. I mean, the jury's still out on what it is, but yes, we all want the original Paper Mario formula back, but I think that this would be cool too. From the direction it looks gorgeous. First off, and if the humor's there, Color Splash had good humor from the little bit I played of it. I love it when it just makes me chuckle, And Color Splash did do that from the little bits I remember of it. So, if it's got good humor. I'm thinking about like the story. This is a unique story, and I like that, and that's clever. It's not the same thing repeated. Again, it's kind of like Mario RPG. Actually, as I just said, it's original, but it's like a bigger villain that's foreign to them comes in, and Bowser's folded up into this little square, and this new guy is coming and taking over the area and over Princess Peach, which is normally Bowser's turf. So it seems like Bowser's got to team up with you to take back his role as the main baddie of the town. And I like that. I think that's cool. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to learn more about it. It's so weird how here's the trailer. It's like, why was this not in our last direct that we had back in what was it in just like the middle of March or something? We just had a random direct. Yeah. Like that should have been in it because it's coming out literally in 2 months, and E3 is right around the corner. I mean, I guess the E3 is not happening, but that whatever they're going to present, either it's going to. I believe we're going to get a live direct. What they would have done at E3 either in June or July. I really do believe that. Don't know when it's going to happen. It seems like some of the big companies are moving back to like July to do announcements, which I could see. I mean, stuff gets delayed a little bit, so wait until July to catch up on that. I don't know, maybe to spread out time, but I'm curious just because the fact that we had heard multiple rumors tied to stuff like Metroid remakes or the Mario remasters of the classic 3D games. I hope it's true. I hope that those rumors now have more truth to them, more substance than they did before, because tied to all that was new Paper Mario, and we're getting new Paper Mario. So I'm excited. I'm excited about it. I liked what I saw for sure. And then we can't neglect the giant Samus head pewing and the Donkey Kong head at the end. And it was just like, that's awesome. Well, I love that they represented. Again, that's kind of more of a classic Nintendo thing to see a representation of two other completely different franchise than Mario, especially in Paper Mario. That's kind of, they did that in Mario RPG. Samus was in Toad Town, and I don't know. There's just getting some Mario RPG vibes here. So
let me just say, they are both retro games right now that are working. Donkey Kong and Metroid. So
didn't think of that.
It was a big tease, honestly.
That's true.
I put that in there.
That's very true, man. That's very, 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 very true.
So the villain is going to be an interesting thing for me. Like, I really like Count Bleck a lot and his story arc. I'm kind of curious to see what this new villain has brought to the table. But he's got the emo flop, the emo-over haircut going, and I'm all cool with that. So I like his design. I'm hoping to see some good things from this story.
I'm honestly trying to remember what he looked like. I do hope Bowser's in it a good bit again, like you mentioned. He's always hilarious in the Paper Mario games and all the RPG ones he's in.
I like that the combat is the turn-based style. It's what it seems like anyway. And it's got a track or like circle, I guess you could turn to get enemies to line up to get bonuses and things like that. So that's a cool element. It's the Nintendo gimmick, giving some new gaming element, but also keeping it in its classic form. It seems like it's going to be turn-based style. So that's cool. And it doesn't seem like there's going to be any stickers or anything like that. They did show like some kind of power boot, like using an ability, but it just seemed like an ability. It didn't seem like using something that was expendable or anything like that.
Please don't make me use an item to jump on an enemy. that drove me nuts.
Yeah, that's dumb. Cool. Well, I mean, you guys got anything else to say on that? Oh, Josh has his book. Yeah, you can talk about that.
Yes.
I did forget one other thing, actually. Yeah, and Jacob, they want to talk about it too. It's Yooka-Laylee and the Cracklestone, that big graphic novel finally came out. We finally got it, and it is quite awesome. I was reading over it some with my daughter a little bit earlier, and there's some legitimately funny parts in it, and the art in it is pretty sweet. It is by DM Cumbo. Yeah, I'm kind of looking through it now. It is pretty awesome. I got the backer edition. It's got like the gold pages and everything. But I would definitely go check that out if you're a fan of that sort of thing. Art in it is really great. I like the colors and everything on it. Good stuff.
Very good stuff. I haven't opened it yet. I mean, I have, but I haven't read it because I'm waiting to read it with my children. I haven't had the kids in the evenings this week. So when probably Sunday, I think I'll get them overnight. So Sunday we'll do that, and we'll get them, and it'll be fun. So yeah, I'm excited to read it. And finally, it was here. I remember originally it was supposed to be here like literally the week of Thanksgiving last year. That was the original release date. I'm sad that I didn't get the gold pages, man. I honestly forgot what I had ordered. I just know I had the hardcover of the book coming. Those gold pages look nice. Jealous, but whatever. I got
that, a coin. What else did I get there? A little signed book plate and a map somewhere, but one of my family members had that. That was supposed to be a Christmas present, but yeah, I'm apparently just now got it.
I can Radical Rex about this. I got this a couple weeks ago. I got my Cable Guy Banjo-Kazooie stand, and it is a complete waste of money, but it looks awesome. And it is he can hold my Switch, my Pro Controller, my cell phone, movies, whatever I want to put on it. It's again, completely a waste of money, obviously. But what the heck? I love Banjo-Kazooie, and literally a year and a half ago, we were like I had no Banjo-Kazooie merch, and now I have like more Banjo-Kazooie merch than probably some of my other franchises that I followed for years. So I get regular merch. So, and I'm still waiting on my first 4 figures, Banjo-Kazooie. I I did go big on that one, and I've been making payments on it for the big special version, gold jiggies, special base, everything on that. I went all out, and yes, it's expensive and it is a waste of money. But I will do it, and I'm not getting mumbo jumbo. Now Gruntilda, that's kind of tempting, but I'm single now. I'm single.
I can't do it. I would love to get mumbo jumbo. Like if there's a character I could pick, I would totally get that. I
haven't seen it yet.
To get a figure that I have to make payments on, like it's a car. But
I mean, they're small.
I would absolutely love to get mumbo jumbo.
It literally was like $32 a month for like the last year.
Yeah,
it's really not that bad, honestly. If you can afford a little bit extra a month like that, it's really not that bad. The final payment, because of shipping, is bigger. So like my final payment is going to be around like $80 to take out the last charging, and then they charge for shipping. But besides that, whatever. I'm not like the Nintendo guru where he buys like 8 figures. So if they made a K. Rool one, I would be, I'd have to do it. I'm sorry. I would have to do it.
Oh yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Banjo is definitely tempting, but yeah, this is too much for me.
Well, they got me good. I mean, Banjo had been silent for years. He wasn't in Smash yet. And this was like the first big piece of merch that was happening for Banjo in like ever. So like,
timing was perfect.
Yeah, my nostalgia was chomping at the bit. So I got it.
Looking forward to my Banjo-Kazooie amiibo.
Yes, my gosh. Yeah, I don't know where are with the amiibo at, Ryan, for Smash.
We haven't even gotten to the DLC characters. I gotta wait for the other however many left.
They probably had an announcement, but production has been pushed back way far back because of this whole, COVID thing. So I don't think we're going to hear about it for a while, even if they did have something in the works.
It'd be cool if they just made like a DLC pack. Like you could get all those amiibos in a giant pack. Even though I don't want all of them. No, I don't want them all. I just want Banjo. I'm definitely buying Banjo in box, and then I'm going to buy one that I open up too. So
same here. I don't care about the other 4 DLC ones, but I'll do what I did with K. Rools. I open one and then I'll keep one in a box. I usually don't do that with amiibo, but
yeah,
they're an exception.
I'm actually going to do something soon. I'm pulling a Kyle Martin. I'm going to sell a bunch of my amiibo, and I'm only going to keep the ones that mean most to me. So
what?
Yep, I have a Guardian that I bought that's still in the box. I have every Zelda amiibo. I have all the Mario Odyssey ones still in their box. I'm going to sell them just for money. I mean, I'm single daddy now, still looking for a job. So
send the Super Mario ones my way and the Kirby ones.
I need money, Ryan. I need money.
I actually have.
I'll pay you for them.
Oh, he's trying to get me to milk. He's trying to get his payment for running the show for the past 4 months. That's what he's trying to do.
I'll pay you for them. Don't worry.
6 months. Ryan, you don't need to spend money on amiibo, man. Come on now.
Hey, I finally got my stimulus check. Give me something to spend it on.
Oh, okay. Well, we can talk later, I guess. So yeah, the ones that don't mean the most to me, and yeah, I just, K. Rool, anything Donkey Kong universe, I'm keeping. But really, I mean, I can give up most of my amiibo. Even though I don't want to. I love them all. I love having them on, when they were on my old shelf on the top. Like, that was cool. But so, yeah, let's get on to the topic. It's just, I guess it's all about me. So, all right, what do you want to talk about with me? What are we looking at here, Ryan? What do you have in mind here?
So, you've been away for a while, and you're in a pretty low spot. So we just want to tell you, man, that we love you. You are an awesome dude, and you are an essential part of this show, and you are one of the pillars that makes Nintendo Nostalgia nostalgic and awesome. And I've really missed you, and Josh has been awesome, hanging in there and putting up with my craziness and my ramblings and everything, and doing some ramblings of his own. And it's great to have you here. And yeah, man, I've missed you. I've missed you on so many levels, but definitely on this show.
Thank you. Well, I've missed you guys too, and I think we've had fans individually, follow listeners of the show, reach out to me too, and thank you all. I appreciate that, and it's been very helpful. The last time I was on, I was pretty depressing and a little bit embarrassed. So depressing about it, everything, but life did really suck. Right now, life is not as sucky. It's not like my wife and I are not getting back together. That's not happening. That's not on me. I have been more than willing to do whatever it takes, and she just doesn't want to. So what I do now is I focus on myself, I focus on my children, and I focus on God. And I over the past months, I got fired from my job. That was after I was on last time. I got fired in direct result to my just my depression and anxiety and issues I was struggling with, and it led to poor performance, and they let me go. So I actually have been out of a job since early March. However, with COVID, it's actually kind of been there's been a blessing, and the Lord has been providing for me, I'm doing well at the moment. So still have to find a new job, and I'll be working on that very hard soon. And I'm the biggest part to my healing is really, and guys, we're no strangers about our faith on this show. Tom is he's a pastor. Ryan and I grew up together, and the biggest foundation to our friendship is through Jesus Christ. And Josh, my gosh, he was a hooligan, but the Lord forgave him, and we let him on the show. Just kidding. Josh is a great guy. He may have worshipped Mumbo Jumbo at one point. He had a costume of that, but I've seen it. But he's changed his ways, and the Lord forgives. He repented. So
I like that better without the full context.
So yeah, my healing is coming directly from Christ, and where I'm at on a point. I did have a little relationship, totally condoned, honestly, by my, as weird as that sounds, by my ex-wife. She has wanted me to find somebody and move on, and her name was Abby, and Abby and I, we met and talked a lot through this whole COVID stuff, and developed a good friendship. Last week I did, I basically pulled out of the relationship, not because I was unhappy with her, but when I was with it, I just realized, on my own, like how much more healing I need to do mentally and spiritually more than anything. And it's, that wasn't on her, and that wasn't, it wasn't like I was having second thoughts. It was just literally, I just realized like, I'm not my best self. And if I want to lead another woman one day and my own children and potential future children, I've got to be my best self. And that comes by focusing on Christ and the Holy Spirit. And that's what I'm doing. I am trying to really just dive into materials of, I don't like to read, and I I have bought a couple books that I'm going to be reading. So it's good to be on my own, because I'm going to be on my own, and I'm going into a spiritual war ground here. It's a battleground, and it is spiritual battleground with Jesus Christ, to learn him, to seek him more, guys, because, the one biggest fault I take in my own marriage was, did I do anything wrong to really warrant a divorce? Absolutely not. I till the day I die, I will always disagree that my wife and I couldn't have worked it out through Christ, and believe it could have. However, I don't play the victim card, and I don't take full responsibility of things that I had done during that time. And throughout our marriage, like, I know I made mistakes, and I'm sorry for those things. And there's mistakes that I was making that I didn't know. Those were the biggest ones that, I made my wife feel and whatnot. And I am taking them seriously, and I'm working on myself. And because I don't want them to come back. I don't want them to hurt someone else, to hurt another woman, or to hurt my children. And ultimately, I believe that is corrected by striving for Christ with everything I have. And one of I've identified giants in my life that I have to battle and have slain. And one of those is complacency. And within my marriage, I believe I got complacent. I was married. I was having kids. We both had 2 jobs. My wife made good money. I made decent money as well. We had a home, and, in general, life was good. I was in decent shape most of my marriage, and we were just living life. But within living life, I never stopped living for Christ. I always have, go to church. I'm involved in my church, but I wasn't striving for Christ. And through all this, what I want, I want to thrive, not just survive. And to anyone out there who maybe is just living, maybe look at yourself in the mirror and say, am I thriving? And what does God want me to do? So that's my mindset is, whenever I get remarried to another woman, because I know it's a desire in my heart that the Lord will bless me with, I want to be living on mission for Christ. I don't want to just be playing video games and working and hosting a podcast. I want my mindset to be everything I do is to further Christ's love. Whether that's on this podcast, whether that is hosting video game tournaments, whether that is whatever it is, I don't know. I just want to serve Christ, and I want to strive for him daily. And that's by spending time in his word. And that is by not listening to Banjo-Kazooie music or Donkey Kong Country music every time I get in my car, but actually turn on praise and worship and let the Holy Spirit speak to me through that as well, too. Not to say that other stuff is bad. It's not, and it has its place. But I lived in a world where I was obsessed with my hobbies. I was obsessed with video games and video game music. And I believe that it became more exciting to do those things than it was for me to spend time with God. And we serve a jealous God. And that's why I believe my marriage struggled and started to fall apart, is because the way it works is God's number 1, then your spouse is number 2, then your children are number 3, and everything else is underneath that. And my hobbies, I loved my wife. I'll always love her, even when she's not officially, when she's not officially mine anymore, when everything's finalized. And I love my children, but and I'm not the only person who does this, don't get me wrong. We all have things we love, and we have to step back and think like, okay, are my priorities straight? Playing video games is not wrong. Doing this podcast is not wrong. But when your spouse is suffering and I couldn't see it because I thought everything was good, that's a problem that I have with myself. And I want to never let that happen again to anyone, to even my children or spouse, my next wife. So, that's where I'm at there. Again, I've struggled with a lot of mental battles and a lot of fear and a lot of intrusive thoughts and a lot of just disbelief or a fear of things happening that I did not want to happen. And I'm slowly overcoming those. I've just started online counseling as well, the Christian therapist. So, things are on the up and up, but I need to be entrenched with the Holy Spirit. I want to see the Holy Spirit in everything. Growing up, I used to, if I would watch a movie or cartoons or I'm listening to songs or hear someone talk, it didn't have to be about Jesus. I heard Christ in whatever I was doing. I saw the Lord move in everything, and I walked with him daily. And I want that. I want to wake up and I'm thinking of the Holy Spirit, not thinking of the latest Nintendo Direct. I want to run to my Bible and my word first, or God's word first, before I go check my Facebook updates or before I turn on that latest game that we're all obsessed with and play it again. That's what I want to do. That's how I used to be. I used to be that way. And throughout time, I've just gotten complacent. So that's just where I'm kind of at with life. I do plan on being back on this show regularly. Maybe not every time a podcast is up, I'm on, but I definitely am going to be back way more than you heard me past 6 months. So I have missed you all dearly. But thank you for your prayers and reaching out, and continue to pray for me, because my journey is not over. Just pray that the Holy Spirit holds on to me so tightly, because we live in a screwed up world. And when people are vulnerable, that's how people go down dark paths. And you look at them and you're like, what happened to that person? And I don't want to be one of those. I want to be on fire for Christ, and I want to rise above the ashes, like Ryan's favorite mythical creature, a black phoenix. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. Now, I've been playing game-wise. I've just played Animal Crossing. You guys be like, what? He hates Animal Crossing. Yeah, I have. I have hated Animal Crossing. I have almost over 200 hours, I think. You can, don't get me wrong. You can thank being fired from a job and not having a job and the COVID virus for, I have 195 hours around there. You can thank that for those 195 hours for the most part, but I've enjoyed it. It's been very peaceful for my mind, and it's been very calming, and it's just fun stuff. I don't know. I'm about to go on my own, and I'm mentally thinking of things I've done to build up myself in this game, to progress and build my own land, and how can I do that in my own life? So it's been positive. It's been good. I called my island DK Island, and I have been turning it into a Banjo-Kazooie land. So I don't know. I kind of regret my name choice, but I wish you could change the name, because it's kind of a mixture of Donkey Kong Island and Banjo-Kazooie stuff. But it's really, I've enjoyed it. It's really fun and creative. I've been obsessed with it so much. I'm annoyed with the limitations to the game, because sometimes you have these grand ideas and you're like, crap, this doesn't work because the game won't let me do it. Whereas, I was limited on my inclines yesterday. I needed 2 more inclines. I wanted to put just 2 more, and then I would be done with the inclines. And then, nope, you can only have 8. So whatever. Thankfully, I did not run into the issue with my bridges. Some days you get on and it's like you can't stop playing, and then some days you get on, it's just like, I don't even know what to do today. Picked my fruit and sold it. Okay, that's it, But I think I'm obsessed with the game. And then I go over and people were like, let's look at Josh's account over there. And then Josh has got over 300 hours into the game. And I'm like, oh my goodness, how does this happen? I don't even have a job.
That was secret.
I don't even have a job, and you doubled my hours.
I can't give away my secret on that, not publicly.
Maybe it helps that you have a kid that plays as well too.
It's not always. What's the word? It's not always active. It's on. It'll sit there for a little while, so that justifies it, because I'm not actually sitting there.
Maybe you could collect maybe 2 or 3 hours total of mine where it sat there and the kids were crazy and I had to run off and do stuff. But yeah, in general, most of mine is played. But yeah, I really like my island. I had a fun idea that I did, and I created it. And you guys might think it's dumb, but I thought it was unique and fun. And I think Josh will like it. I think he'll actually be mad that he didn't think of it himself.
I probably will. I like a lot of your ideas you've already got there. Like we both got a spiral mountain, and technically you did build yours first. You beat me to it. So I feel like for the amount of hours I have, it doesn't show on my island like the amount of work I've done. I have a few references, but it all doesn't. It's not necessarily coherent. Where I've got a banjo reference here, a euchre reference here, and then my island's name is Valhalla, which is like soft, and the Assassin's Creed logo is my flag right now.
Yeah.
So, I've got a washing machine for the rabbits that I'm trying to make work. So yeah, it's all over the place.
It's
and
funny.
Then there's just unique junk everywhere. My back room is Mumbo's hut, sort of right now.
Oh yeah, nice. Mumbo's hut. That's perfect for you. Yeah, my island at the top. I had to make my own custom little bridge, and it goes to my house like it were Gruntilda's lair, but that's just where my house is. So I'm trying to make an image of Grunty's picture that you see when you enter the lair. I'm trying to make that for my house, so as soon as you walk in, you see it on the wall, like if you entered her lair in the game, Banjo-Kazooie. I tried an image last night. It didn't really work. It looked like crap. So I don't know if it'll work, but we'll figure it out. Maybe.
Might do a multi-panel.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually.
My problem with that, because I've thought about stuff like that, is I don't have any design space. There's not enough slots. A big part of that also is I'm sharing with my daughter that likes to get on there and just draw stuff. So that does not make that any easier, and that uses up a lot of slots.
You know what? It's kind of confusing too to like, I don't know, just playing the game. Again, I hate the limitations. I wish we should be able to draw as much as we want. And if you remove it, I found this out. If you remove an image that you have like placed around your island, and you delete it, it deletes those images. They don't stay on your ground.
Sheesh.
I found that out the other day. I mean, I could be wrong, but I swear that happened because I deleted some stuff. And stuff was gone. And I'm like, what? I thought this was here. I thought I did this. Maybe the game didn't save. No.
Yeah, if you delete it, it'll go away. If you change it, it'll change all those tiles to that whatever you've made it into.
Interesting.
There's just not enough slots, especially when I'm on a different file than my daughter's is, but we're on the same island. But it makes us share the design slots.
Yeah.
So Animal Crossing, yeah, I really have been enjoying it. And I'll be honest, I don't know where the next one happens. I don't know if I'll play it the way I'm playing this one. This one just kind of lined up with my life circumstances, with not having a job, with being single and divorced, and being stuck down due to a virus. I may not play the next one the way I'm playing this one. I may, get all my Animal Crossing stuff out of here. Now, that's not to say I wouldn't buy the next one, but I don't know if I would go as crazy about doing everything, unless they do some really cool stuff. Like I said, with this game, I'm seeing limitations that frustrate me. And if they could improve on those, that would be tempting. Like, I wish I could make something over my head and make tunnels or something. Like, that would be really good. I wish I could do that. I wish the camera view could change a little more too on the island. Like, I have lines, but I can't see through it, so I can't really place. It's pointless to place anything in between that little. If I make a pathway through my rock to the beach, which I have on my island, you can't see it. You just walk through it. I can't change the camera to see in it, so I can't plant anything there or put anything there or an image down there for it to look cool because of that. But I beat A Hat in Time, just the main stuff. Really, I didn't beat all of the DLC. I did beat that over this quarantine. Ryan bought me Final Fantasy VIII. Thanks, Ryan. Ryan will hate me. I have not played it.
Oh,
I played it once. I played it once. Barely. I just got to like through the intro stuff, and it's not Final Fantasy VIII. It's JRPGs in general from that era. You guys know I struggle with them. Like I told Josh the other day, like it was on, I was going to play it, and like I literally left it up the start screen for like 30 minutes and was just playing on my phone. And I'm just like, I texted Josh. I said, man, this might be the least motivated I've been to start up a game ever. It's just on the start screen. I'm not motivated to start it. With all that said, Tom Qualls, I hung out with Tom Qualls last night and we had a nice long talk and about life and stuff, because he's going through his own stuff, and we, his brothers lift each other up. And, he told me I would love Final Fantasy X. He said I would. Like, he knows his Final Fantasies as well. He says he knows the way I like to play games, what my favorite styles are. So I am pretty confident I'm going to have to pick up 10 sometime this year, and 10-2. Yeah, and honestly, Ryan, that's my most nostalgia. As the little bit of nostalgia I have, the Final Fantasy mainline, like that's the one I have the most of, because that was the first time I ever saw it. I saw it, you playing on your PS2 down in your parents' basement at a Super Bowl party, and I'm like, I was blown away by the graphics. You were fighting some like giant demon dog, and I didn't know what this was at all, but it looked so awesome. I remember, man, it was good stuff. That's 10, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I don't remember much of 10, honestly. I need to go back and play it myself.
Well, maybe we could play it together. Who knows?
That'd be cool.
Yes, we could play it through and make some nostalgic memories. So,
sounds good.
But really, guys, that's my life. Back when I talked last time, I was about maybe 15, 20 pounds lighter. I have ate junk and done nothing actively wise. So I've got solid month of quality eating and quality like exercise and good sleep should do the trick. So that's really everything, guys. And I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad that we can get back on track and talk nostalgic games and just feel like a normal life again.
It's definitely great to have you back, man. And we love you, and yeah, just happy, man.
I love you guys too. And seriously, thank Ryan and Josh for stepping up to the mantle here, and every guest that came on while I was absent. I appreciate it. This podcast was my baby for, the first 2.5 seasons. And, I never missed an episode for the longest of times, and I would rearrange stuff. And, unfortunately that mentality, I do believe, damaged my marriage. It's not the only thing, so I'm not blaming it on this podcast, but it was something that my devotion to it did take some priority time over my wife, which in hindsight, if your marriage is healthy, which I thought it was, shouldn't drive your wife to divorce. But, there's layers of different things. And, I've learned and be trying to balance life better. And especially when I'm single dad right now. And, if I have my kids on a night we have to record, I may not have to be able to be on because, I got to take care of them and I need to be invested in them. So, and even when I do get into the Lord blesses me with another lady to be with, it is balance, and it's all about maturing and learning. And, I encourage the same for Ryan and Josh too, to not be on every single week. When we can rotate, that's what the whole point of co-host is, so we can take turns and make this show flexible so the show can always go on every week. Yeah, thank you guys for stepping up and doing good. And yeah, let's keep this thing rolling, baby.
Yeah, definitely.
Do our due diligence.
Yeah. I know I'm going to have you pick a couple songs for this episode today, some of your own songs that you've been creating. I know you've been working on some here and there, so I can't wait to see what you picked for the intro, the outro, and the main topic. So
yeah, thank you.
look forward to inserting those, and I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy it when you hear it. Episode 175. You can find the show at thenintendovillage.com/Nintendo Nostalgia. You can listen to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and YouTube. You can find us on Facebook at Nintendo NOS, on our Twitter at Nintendo_NOS. You can find us on our Instagram at Nintendo NOSIN. Shoot us an email at NintendoNostalgiaIN@gmail.com. And you can also give us a call on the hotline at 317-969-5690. Guys, that brings us to the end of the episode. Thank you so much for listening, and we will catch you next week. Later, Preston.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.